It's called meeting. Afternoon, stakeholders. I'd like to take ownership of this meeting and utilize it to reach out to all of you on the team and touch base in a proactive way. Going forward, before we hit the ground running in regards to our action item list, does anybody here have an ask? Any of you have an ask? Nobody has an ask? No ask? Well, let's use our bandwidth wisely and get on with our thoughts, shall we? For our primary action item going forward, let's consider reprioritizing our delivery strategy in regards to our best practices and our learnings. Do our best practices add value to the team? Do they result in value added? What kind of impact do they have? How does it impact you as a team member? How do you impact the team? How do you impact the bottom line? Do you do it in an impactful way? Is this done impactfully? Is this a cutting edge impact compliant with our externalities? Or does this impact result in a negative growth? Does this impact minimize the usage of bandwidth? Or is it a wastage of metrics? Is it appropriate to think outside the box here? Or would it be better to look for the low-hanging fruit by leveraging a standard operating procedure with a high-quality solution? In regards to this action item, does anybody have an ask? Any asks? No asks yet? Fine, let's progress the situation by doing a 360 and layering the message with alignments and blue sky thinking. In regards to our new SOP, we are forced to deal with a severe and challenging opportunity. How can we solution this opportunity? How can we action this opportunity? If we take the ball and run with it and be intentional with this opportunity, how will this impact our deliverables? After we leverage the SOP and weaponize it and then slaughter the firstborn children of our competitors, should we task our scrutineers to redact the usage of our externalities with a full hard stop? Oh, somebody has an ask. Yes. No, we're not going to be slaughtering any children. That was a metaphor. Now then, in regards to our secondary objectives and our mission statement, let's unpack this and liaise with our negative growth going forward. To put a pin in that, how much bandwidth should we expend by tasking the deliverables to the external stakeholders, and will that result in scope creep? How can we solution this impact in the third quarter with a focus on state-of-the-art technologies? Should we detonate the bomb in the hospital's underground parking garage? And if so, should we take it offline? Will this cause a predetermined hard stop in the Somebody has another ask, yes? No, we are not planning to detonate any explosives anywhere. That was jargon. Well, it's the new jargon. Have another donut there. Now, in regards to our limited bandwidth and proactive fiscal years, let's put all this in our wheelhouse and weaponize the essentials. Will we need to resource action the whole department? And if not, will there be an excess of wastage? Can we make productive usage of this wastage? Is it an opportunity we can solution with minimal wastage? Should we leverage a solution from the remote team going forward? And whom do we task with this solution? What impact will it have? How will it impact the subsequent impact? Is this a game-changing impact? Will this impact change the landscape of the industry? Once we've succeeded in our world domination objective, how much of the global population should we enslave? Do we enslave them through brute force or through brainwashing and manipulation? Should their deaths be quick and painless, or do we resort to torture first? How cruel do we need to be? Should our cruelty have a practical objective, or should we torture the populace for the pure enjoyment of it? How long do we wait before wiping off the dolphins? What about the harp seals? Should we use clubs, tasers, or power drills? What time frame should we establish for firing a nuclear missile at the sun? And when we do, what kind of impact will it have on our impacts? Yes, we have another ask. Well, I think this team member's asks are having a negative impact on our bottom line. I vote that we solution this team member permanently. I propose that we make a strong impact on him. Specifically, we impact him on the side of his head with a crowbar. And then we adopt a new delivery strategy by delivering him through a 10th floor window. No, it's not a metaphor. Let's make kicking his ass our primary action item going forward with great impact, impactfully.